No, 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 no. They don't even have the balls to say sorry for the bad season. It's been a bad season. I'm the CEO. I'm Furlani. I should be the first one to say, things didn't go as we wanted. I'm sorry. We didn't surround. We had a certain plan with our team that didn't work out. We're gonna restructure. We're gonna reorganize this. And tonight, it is the first night that I want to announce that from Monday we're gonna have this sport director, this technical director, and we are very good. We are in a talk for this coach and that coach. Nothing. There is instead it was like a statement. The one from Furlani say we are very far away from what we wanted to do. Next week it's gonna be the week of the announcement. That's it. Cold, like when you go to the lawyers, they tell you the facts. They don't tell you. There is nothing about whatever we learn about football and what is our passion, and that for us is the this kind of treatment for us is even more painful. Is even more painful as a Milan fan because we I mean, today the Curva Sud even did a protest in front of Casa Milan. 3,000 Milanistas they were in front of Casa Milan, and there was chants against, yes, of course, against Cardinale, but finally also against the rest of those puppets, the Scaroni, the Furlani, the Ibrahimovic, the Moncada, all of them. There was no words about the protest. There was no words about the protest inside the stadium where all the fans they are removing them, even the flags, because and but anyway they're trying to block everything that we can from this from their protest because it looked bad. It is a bad publicity, and not even a words about this. Nobody doing a wrap up about the season. Your OldHeart Rossoneri is gonna do a wrap up of the season. I have already an idea. I wanna take like 5-8 pictures of the season, like a chapter, and going through one by one. I don't know, for example, Leao and Theo Hernandez pictures where they didn't go to the cool break with Fonseca, then firing Fonseca, then the victory of Madrid, and then the Supercoppa, and then the Feyenoord, and then the Zagreb, the night at Zagreb. I remember, man, so many faces this season. It's been a horrible season, and tonight also we are celebrating that finally this freaking season it's over, because I couldn't more stand this slow, dreadful death. This has been one of the worst seasons to watch from Milan fan, and I am really thank you to have to slowly build this community, because I know building this community now it's so hard, because how can you get passionate about this Milan right now? How can you who's your idol right now? Who's the player that you want to be? Who's the one that you're looking up and say is the guy? Player aside, but the players come and go. We understood that now. We understood that players come and go. We saw that with Shevchenko. We saw that with Kaká. We saw that with the Tonali. I mean, we slowly with time we our hearts become cold as well. So of course we don't. Of course I am passionate about the Pulisic, the Renders, the who's the other guy? The Tomori, the Mike Magnan. Of course, we are in, but we also know that this club can sell anybody, because as they sold Tonali, anybody can sell. As they fire Maldini, Paolo's been fired after reaching a semi-final of Champions League. Meanwhile, the worst things about this season, it's going to be that nobody's gonna pay for this. Nobody. We're gonna have the same faces next year. But as Zvonimir Boban said during his interview, passionate fans are a problem for this club. Passionate fans are a problem for this club, because passionate fans, they do the protest. passionate fans, they sing against the ownership. Passionate fan, they are the soul, and the problem is they're looking for something without soul. They don't care about the soul. They don't care. They are trying to de-Milanize, de-Italianize. They don't want to create any connection in between the true fans and the core business and the and football. That's they don't want to have it. So they will always go against the fans. What the fans want. Do you think that now they're gonna announce Conte or I don't know, another top manager, and they're gonna be surrounding themselves with a sport director, with a technical director, and so on? Of course not. Do you think everyone is gonna stay in their position because they are just up there, in their looking us like like in the 1700, where the kings, they were watching the people down below playing games, watching, having fun with their games, with the toys. Nobody's gonna pay, and and the frustrating things above everything is that not really above it. Well, it's the frustrating thing that is adding up a little bit more weight, in my opinion, is that last week RedBird Capital purchased for something below 500 million pounds the Telegraph, which is a very famous news agency from the United Kingdom. 500 million from the money of RedBird. Why those money they were not paid back, for example, to Elliot to pay back the debts? Why not 500 million were not invested into building a winning team? Why those 500 millions they were not used for building the stadium that they say they're gonna build? Why they not? Why they haven't invested it? I tell you why. Because Milan, for them, it's not an investment. Milan, for them, it is a place where to run money. Because as Jerry Cardinale actually said million of times, it become boring if always the same team wins. But in other words, what he's trying to say is that if your team sometimes win, sometimes lose, sometimes win, sometimes lose, it's always going up and down. It is way more reliable an investment that has a lot of fluctuation like that, compared to an investment that is always give you the same return, 2-5% for the rest of the time that you are owning that investment. And Milan is this. They don't want to have that up and down. They don't want to have a lot of victory, but then they have to lose. They don't want to go in negative, They just want to have a very stable income to come in. So the passionate fan that instead they don't want this because they want all the time top. And they are okay also sometimes to be shit, but at least we are up and down, but at least we compete because this is a football. This is a sport. Instead, they rather keep stable. When we have an investment like a player that is becoming, that you can feel that you can sell it for good money, you sell him, even if you don't reach the minimum of this, the minimum goals of the season. The minimum goal of the season was to enter into the top 4. No, not even in the top 8, bro. Not even the freaking top 8. So it's they're trying to remove the real fan because they're a problem, because they give you protest, because they make the investment much more unstable compared to people, tourists and family. They are just go there because if I'm a tourist, maybe I'm from the other side of the world, first timer in Milan, And yes, I remember I follow a little bit Milan in the 90s, and I saw the Kaká, the Sheva, the Gulli, the Van Basten, I don't know, but when I come to Milan first time, of course I want to go to see San Siro and Milan. I don't really care. And that's what they are trying to do. They're trying to have casual fans. Because casual fan, it's their only time there. So they do like in America. So the tickets, they go and do 200, 300, 400, 500 euro. Okay? In a different scale here in Europe, but that is the idea. Having those kind of fans, and also have those kind of fans that are local, so families, people that sometimes they don't even care about. They don't care. The families that they have their own reason, to go. They have their own right to go to see the match, and maybe they don't even care that much if Milan lose, if Milan win. It doesn't matter if it's an important match. Is that dangerous to go to the stadium? Of course. All those thoughts, that families has. So they want to have a lot of fans, a lot of plastic fan. They want to do, I remember like it's now. I remember when I went to Old Trafford. I went to Old Trafford 3 times. And Old Trafford, it's their dream. It's their dream because Old Trafford, there is a very small section of actual passionate fans that they have. Apparently they're having also a lot of problem keeping their seats, but everything related, organized group, everything related to historical traditional fans groups, everything, all that, it is completely pushed out. They don't have any kind of they have a stadium that to get the ticket you need to go on their website, register, and then hopefully through a lottery you're gonna win the tickets. That's it. Because all the seasonal tickets, they are all taken by families, by other people, by companies that they come to Europe to see, to visit the office in London, and then they go up to Manchester because Manchester is the real deal. So they want they fill the stadium with tourists, with people that they are the first time watching football. Oh yeah, the atmosphere, it was incredible. Shut up, man! I went to see United Benfica. Man, the Benfica, there was the only one in the stadium. It was, you can hear dropping a pin, dropping things on the ground if it was only for their side. The same thing here in Barcelona is a little bit different. They have actually some organized group, but there are a lot of tourists going to the stadium, and probably more than half of the tickets they are sold to tourists. More than half, I think even a 60 or 70. I don't know, that's, but as long as you call yourself Barcelona, and then you have an incredible cantera, an incredible you can still, you can, the Masia they have, you can still have fun, trophies, and so on, because they mix the young player of the Masia with some top player around the world, and these two things magical, they come together well. Meanwhile, the plan here is just to be average, push away every true Milanista, demilanize as much. Is that they are really trying? We are really in the hand of evil. They are really trying to remove everything that we have attachment, everything. They're trying to cancel it from our memory. Did you see that there is no more any picture of Paolo Maldini in Instagram post, in Facebook post, on Twitter? There is never a mention from any official channel on Paolo Maldini or anybody that is against the club. It's horrible. They're trying to remove us. They're trying to remove the love that we have for this team. But a protest like today at 5 p.m. in Milan, it was a good sign to say we are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. So the only thing that we can wish is definitely boycott the merch. Definitely don't buy anything official. I'm not telling you to don't go to the stadium, because this channel, it is in English. So very possible you're watching something from outside of Italy. So if you have a chance to go to Milan anyway, yes, at least go watch San Siro because it's pretty cool. No problem on that, in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, I wish that there's gonna be the most fierceful protest from now on. The protest should have been done already in February, because now the season is over and they're already setting up everything. Anyway, guys, I'm very, 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 very happy because this is the last match of the season. This is the last post-match for a while. Yes, we're gonna see each other in August, guys, because, well, in August, of course, I'm gonna do more videos. But for official match, we're gonna have to wait until August. Until August, we will see who's gonna be our new coach. We're gonna see who's gonna be our who's gonna be sold, and what is going on with this club. Other than that, I wish you a fantastic weekend. Put a like to this video if you liked it, and I'll see you into the next one. Sempre Forza Milan. Ciao.